Sedan, the most common modification of a passenger car with a closed body, 4 doors, and a separate trunk. Universal. If in the sedan the trunk is separated from the salon, then in the universal they are united. The roof on them is common and extended to the rear edge. Some manufacturers call a station wagon in their own way: combi, wagon, variant, touring, avant, hatchback. In a hatchback, you can install either 1 or 2 rows of seats. The rear overhang in such cars is shorter than in a sedan or station wagon. Liftback. This is a less common modification. Externally, it can resemble both a hatchback and a sedan. In fact, it is an intermediate variant. The trunk lid protrudes more than in the hatchback, but less than in the sedan. Limousine. The driver's seat is separated from the cabin by a partition or glass. The outline of the car resembles a heavily elongated sedan. SUV. A large car with a different suspension design and increased ground clearance. Its main feature is increased cross-country ability. However, it is less efficient on flat city roads. Crossover. In fact, it is an off-road hatchback. More universal model for both city and country trips. Ground clearance is increased, as well as passability, but not as much as in a full-fledged SUV. It can be both with and without all-wheel drive. Stretch. The closed body is enlarged by tapping an extra section between the front and rear of the cabin. This is an extended model. Coupe. Coupes usually have 2 doors and 1, or more rarely 2, rows of seats. The trunk is separate from the passenger compartment. Cabriolet. This is the same as a coupe, but with a folding roof. It can be soft textile or hard folding. Roadster. A rare 2-seat sporty body with or without a rigid roof. Targa. This is a variation of the Roadster with a safety arc, removable roof, and a rigidly fixed windshield. The pickup truck. A passenger car with 1 or 2 rows of seats and an open luggage compartment. Pickup trucks are most often used for commercial purposes or frequent trips out of town. Van. It has 1 or 2 rows of seats and a large and spacious cargo area behind a rigid partition. This is another modification oriented for commercial purposes. Minivan. The minivan differs from the van first of all by the number of passenger seats, usually in 3 or 4 rows. It also has an increased volume of the interior and trunk.